Number 12. The length in feet of a small train at an amusement park can be modeled by the function f of c equals 9c plus 14, where c is the number of passenger cars attached to the locomotive. The original passenger cars were replaced, and the length of the train is now modeled by the function h of c equals 12c plus 14. Based on the information, which statement describes the change in this situation? Alright, so the first thing I'm going to notice is that this question is talking about the change. So something is changing. So I'm going to go back through this original problem, and I'm going to figure out what changed in this problem. So it says we're talking about a small train, where C is the number of passenger cars attached to the locomotive. So just to make sure we're all on the same page, if we have a train, we have passenger cars, like this. The passenger cars are all the same length. And we have however many. I'm not going to keep drawing passenger cars. But then you have the front of the passenger, or the front of the train, which is attached to, which is the locomotive. So then you have this locomotive thing. So this is where like the engine, and you usually have the smoke coming out over here. So this is the front of the train where the driver is, and then you have a whole bunch of storage cars, passenger cars. So you have a number of passenger cars attached to the locomotive. The original passenger cars were replaced. So these guys are going to get changed out. And the length of the train is now modeled by this. So what changed, let me write this down because I need to remember this. What changed was the passenger cars were changed out. And back in the problem, passenger cars is related to the variable c, which is the number of passenger cars. So something is happening with c. And if I look at my two functions, I also notice that that's true. Something's happening with c. Over here, it used to be 9c. And over here, it changed to 12c. So it used to be 9c and it changed to 12c. So something happened with my passenger cars. So the first question I'm going to ask myself, just to double check, is did my locomotive change? Did anything about the locomotive change? And here it didn't say anything about the locomotive changing, it just said the passenger cars changed. So my locomotive, so all of your answer choices should have locomotive and passenger car. The locomotive should be exactly the same. Nothing changed with the locomotive. So this piece right here, we didn't change it. Only the passenger cars got longer. So let's see. Let's cross some answer choices out. For the first two, F and G, notice that it's saying that the locomotive has a different length and that the passenger car stayed the same. That's not true. What happened was the passenger car changed because we said the passenger cars were changed out. So it can't be F or G because the length of the passenger car definitely changed. So it's not G. And it's not F. So it's either H or J. H says each passenger car is now 9 feet long. J says each passenger car is now 12 feet long. Well, we know that the new one, the length of the train, is now modeled by H of C equals 12C plus 14. So I'm looking for a 12, not a 9, and the answer choice that has that is J. Each passenger car is now 12 feet long, and the length of the locomotive, which is our 14, stayed the same. So the answer choice is J.